Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas, the part-time thrifter. I buy and sell online in Amazon for profit. Thank you so much guys. We're currently at 2,075 subscribers, nearly at 2,100, which is actually quite insane. Once we get to 2,100, I was trying to do a giveaway. I think it'll be like a Lego giveaway for people. Obviously, you know that I love my Lego, and I think that might be quite a good idea for people to, you can either resell it or you can actually build it, so it's up to you guys. And I think once I get to 2,100, I'll make sure to do that for us. Today's video is something that has actually changed the way I'm running my business, and obviously from the title you'll see it's Prep Center. Okay, now up to 2-3 months ago, as with most things in Amazon, I didn't have a clue what a prep center was. Yeah, I didn't know what a prep center was, and the idea of it just thought that's ludicrous. So first of all, what is a prep center? A prep center basically allows you to buy, do online arbitrage, and instead of actually getting your items delivered to your house, the items get delivered to the prep center, and then from the prep center, they'll actually deal with the items, create the shipment, and actually get picked up from UPS and sent into Amazon FBA. So effectively what happens, guys, is you actually buy the items online, you don't touch them, they go into Amazon FBA, and then you actually just get the profits from it. And obviously, it's a big trust to actually trust somebody with your inventory. So I had to actually use somebody that I was referred to. Okay, so when speaking to Christos fellas, I was asking who's he using, and he told me to actually contact Fastpack FBA. The good thing about it is, first of all, I got my account open within 24 to 48 hours, and anyone that uses the link below to complete the form will actually get their account open within 24 to 48 hours. So that's one massive plus with my experiences from it. Secondly, it's a big thing, guys. Okay, you're sending all your inventory now. You send inventory to a unit somewhere, and you want it to actually get to Amazon. So it was a big thing of trust, and I actually was able to get the onboarding phone call and speaking to the owners of Fastpack FBA, and I was actually quite relaxed because they have actually been selling on Amazon for years, and they've been using prep centers. And the reason as to why they created this prep center was that what annoyed him was a few things. Okay, lack of communication, the time it took, and hidden costs. Okay, so that's what annoyed him, and this is why they've created Fastpack FBA. And they've recently actually moved in to a bigger unit, so hence as to why they're actually accepting new people in. And make sure you actually follow the link below to actually apply to them. So things, okay, why should you use a prep center? Okay, the big one is got to do with time. Okay, the big one is time. It means that you no longer need to spend the 3-4 hours at night time actually packing FBA parcels. I'm certainly one of those people now that I was actually doing it. I was doing 3 to 4 hours, but now I've got a baby. I'd rather actually spend the time with the baby rather than actually with my daughter, rather than actually in the garage. So that's a big difference for me, okay, is actually being able to still run my Amazon business, and in fact actually scale my Amazon business, because instead of me actually thinking of putting an order, how long is it going to take me to pack, have I got the right box, now all I've got to do is send it to them, and they can either reuse my boxes or they'll actually have bigger boxes which they can actually use and send big items for us. So it has been put off sometimes of actually putting orders from before. So like groceries, I've not been having groceries because obviously I don't want to start packing 55 units or 60 units of goods into Amazon, okay, for what, £1 or £2 a pop. But those £1 and £2 a pop actually adds up quite nicely. So it's nice to now have an option of getting replenishables. So as I said, okay, the reason as to why they've created it, okay, so the big one is communication, okay, and how do they sort of resolve that? Well, all communication is done through an app called Slack, where you've got access to 10 different team members at any given point, and you're able to actually ask them questions, tell them, inform them of different information. Say the courier drivers come in there, or can you make sure that this item and this item are coming together, and I want them shipped in at this time, and so on. So the big one is communication. Okay, for me it's been brilliant. Have had a few issues actually that they've resolved for me. So the first one was they actually received the wrong item. Yeah, they received the wrong item. And how did they know they received the wrong item? Well, every order that I do is got to be uploaded on a spreadsheet where it is itemized, the item, the ACN, the order reference number, how many items in a bundle, and so on. So they were able to actually go through the listing and figure out that, hold on Nick, you've actually ordered this, but this has actually arrived. So they took a picture of us, and I was able to actually create a new ACN and then send that into Amazon FBA. But if it was the wrong ACA, they would have actually arranged, they would have spoken to me, I would have arranged the collection, provide them with a label, and that would have actually gone back into the company I bought it from. Another thing, I've actually sent in the completely wrong ACN. I bought 20 units from Boots of a cream, and they spotted how it was eczema cream instead of something else, and they were able to actually fix it for us again too. So the big thing is communication, okay? Communication from us, but communication from them. So it's a massive, massive part of running this business and actually speaking. It's like having an employee, really, which... Could you imagine how long it would take to actually train an employee to do what you want to do? But they're already there, they're fully expert, and they're only charging 50p per item, which is insane, okay? So 50p per item it costs, and another 50p if you wanted it as a bundle. So I think that's a massive, massive bonus. When I was looking for prep centers, they all had variable fees, even if it's sticker, if you need a glue removing from it, if you need labeling, if you need polybagging. It's a flat 50p fee, which is brilliant, and a flat 50p fee if it needs bundling up. Amazing. So the cost involved, okay, so I've got time, communication, cost involved. We've got 50p per item, 50p per bundling, 75 quid for you to rent the section, the unit, okay. Which, if you think about it, if you were to rent your own unit, receiving parcels, having somebody collecting parcels every day for you, having somebody arranging for the parcel to get picked up, that'd be more than 75. Okay, so that's a big one for us. Simplicity, okay, it's been very, very simple for us. All I do is order, upload a spreadsheet, and they deal with everything else. Simple as that, guys. Okay, order, upload a spreadsheet. You've got to create the listings. Okay, so you actually can get an ACN for them to actually make it for you. But they create the shipments. They'll actually get it picked up for you. If you want to send an item through the hazardous goods, then they'll say to you, by the way, we've made a parcel, these are the dimensions, can you provide us with a label, because UPS are not able to actually lift it. So I usually use DHL for that, and they will actually even sort hazardous goods and send them to Amazon FBA for use, and which is brilliant. All you've got to do is just arrange it to be collected off them. Simple. And speed. Okay, now I don't know if you like me, but if I get an item, it'll last for 2 days in my garage before it goes into Amazon FBA. With those guys, it's exactly the same thing. Okay, they're aiming for a 24 to 72 hour turnaround. So the item arrives at the unit, and then within 24 to 72 hours it's already been dispatched into Amazon. And this is what you want. It's really important to actually be getting those first sales when you've priced at that time, when you bought your item. You don't want it to be going in 2 and 3 weeks after you've actually bought the item. So for me, that's been the best thing about it. Anytime I've actually needed any information off them, they've been able to respond to us within minutes, especially if it's during the working day. It's literally have been minutes. If it's after work, maybe I get an answer after 1 or 2 hours, but I shouldn't even be expecting to get an answer after work. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's been brilliant. It's changed the way I'm running my business. I'm able to now scale up, because instead of me thinking, well, I'm actually going to order 5,000 worth of goods, because luckily I got my VAT refund from Amazon. My wife with a newborn should be answering 10 or 15 times a day receiving parcels, and now all I've got to do is get the guys from Fastpack ABA to receive my parcels, and not only receive my parcels, label them and send them in for us for a crazy price. Okay, 50p per item is just insane. But yeah, guys, okay, for me, it's changing the way I'm running my business. I can already see a difference for us, considering I've got the baby. Yeah, I've got the baby. And at this moment in time, guys, it is November, and I am on, let's have a minute. He says, I'm on 3,030 today. I'm on 5,826. And that's me not packing anything, really. All I've done is I've packed the units that I've done for retail arbitrage. Everything else they've done it. I have not packed 5,000 worth of goods. They've done it for me. And at the moment in time, the cost is, because obviously it's on a spreadsheet, the cost at this moment in time is at 101, I believe. If I have a look, inventory tracker, 101, that's what's billable at this moment in time, and obviously I've got to have probably the 75 quid also on top of that. But 101 quid, and I've sent 121 units altogether. Yeah, that's how much I've actually sent in. 121 units, bundling or not bundling. And then I've got boxed, actually, sorry, boxed units at 13, so I'll actually send them a lot more, sorry. And they've actually created all the shipments and sent it in for us. It's insane, it's insane. I've got 5,000 worth of goods, I've actually not touched it. So, really pleased guys, really pleased. And as I said, if you actually want to actually get a prep center which you can trust, and you know that it's going to be not as time consuming for you, communication's there, the cost is there, it's simple to use, I would actually go with Fastpack FBA, and the link is below in the description. All you got to do is sign up. They've recently moved to a new unit, so they're accepting new people, but make sure you actually join through the link, because then you'll actually get an account open within 24 to 48 hours, because we've just got a deal together. But yeah guys, thanks so much for watching. Yeah, hopefully I can help you scale up your business with that. And if you've got any information or any queries for us that I've not covered in this video, just hit us up on Instagram, and I'm able to actually discuss with you. But thanks so much for watching everyone, and as always, keep thrifting.